let's talk about Nainsukh. It is a short film made by Amit Dutta, and it is based on Nainsukh of Guler, a book by B.N. Goswami. Basically, I'll tell you who Nainsukh was. Nainsukh was he was living somewhere in north, and his father and his elder brother, all of them were practitioners of the Pahari style painting. So basically, they'll have patrons, and whoever sponsors them, they'll travel with them if needed and paint them and their life events. And of course, they're painters, they would paint pretty much everything that fancied them. This was about in 1700s, so Mughal style of painting was very popular at that time, and still Nainsukh and his family were keen that we should protect our Pahadi painting legacy, and so we'll keep practicing them. If our sponsors want them Mughal style paintings, then we'll give them Mughal style paintings, but we will keep the Pahari style painting alive. So then he went to Jasorota because he got a sponsor called Mia Zorawar Singh. He was the king of that hinterland, and so Mia Zorawar Singh was his first patron, and his second patron was Mia Zorawar Singh, Raja Balwant Singh. Now, from his paintings and through this movie, we get to see what kind of character Mia Zorawar Singh had. He had this very stern, very solid kind of character, like very serious, very budgeted films. Like about budgeted films is they have very limited resources, which means that the people playing part in this movie would naturally be much more artistic and much more skilled, because they have to do 2-3 jobs at once. For example, the person who plays Nainsukh, Manish Soni, he himself is a very fine artist with fine artists, and so basically in the scenes where we see him painting, he actually does paint that. And for the props and everything, see the Nainsukh's paintings are in museums right now. We don't have them as such because they are very celebrated, and they are not in our museums either. So they had to basically copy it by hand, and Manish Soni did that, and it was a very near copy of those exact paintings. So that did blew my mind. Now, here's what I loved about Amit Datta's style of filmmaking is that he has conveyed all of these things in this movie with very little dialogues. The characters don't say as such. It is just moving stills, and it is all very picturesque, and it is all equally conveying, because you get what he is trying to convey to you. Like there is this scene where Mia Zorawar Singh stands on the palace balcony, and we see his wazir or some colleague or some darbari on a low level window smoking hookah, seeing Mia Zorawar Singh and then seeing forward. So we get to know that is his subject in some way. And then when Amit Datta wants us to know that Mia Zorawar Singh has passed on, what happened is that in the movie Mia Zorawar Singh, where he usually stands on the window, he gently sleeps there and there. And then the window gets empty, and then the window next to it, where the wajir we are thinking is, that also gets empty. So we get to know that okay, they have passed on. And then on the same window where Mia Zorawar Singh used to stand, we get a shot of Raja Balwant Singh walking, which means okay, this is the new era. About Nainsukh's painting, which they have Amit Datta has very beautifully portrayed, is that his paintings will make you feel the emotions he wants you to feel, and second, the emotions he felt. So there is this scene where Mia Zorawar Singh is sitting, and there is a nachanya and 2-3 dancers that are entertaining him, and then there are 2-3 musicians standing in the back. Now they were normal looking people, but he painted them like crooks because they probably wanted to see Nachanya in some other way, or were trying to get a peek of the parts that you should not see of a lady. There is this other scene there where the Nachanyas were performing for Miyazora or Raja Balwan Singh, and you know there are 2-3 darbaris who just pounce on the dancers as in harassment, and well, he painted in such a way that everybody else was in their positions as they were. They did not move or do anything to save those dancers, and he painted that. And you get to feel the anger that, oh my god, that's not okay. Like the dancers were harassed in the middle of court, and he painted that, and you will feel that kind of rage for those men. One more beautiful thing that Amit Datta portrayed in Nainsukh is that Nainsukh was very skilled painter. He would use technicolor. He would not technicolor as such, but he would use different kinds of styles in painting. Like there is this one scene where Raja Balwan Singh is sitting among his people, not his people as in family or maybe, and they are sitting around a fire. That is the only light source, and Nainsukh painted it beautifully as if it was his painting style was very photographic, and yeah, very layered too. We also get to see how certain paintings were made, that where there's this painting where Raja Balwan Singh is killing a lion. That was staged. There were people, Nainsukh decided the positions for them, and then he painted it. So he was like a director, and you get to see all of those scenes in this movie, and what was staged, what was not. And there is this painting where Raja Balwan Singh is shown in the painting sitting on top of a very huge palace, and that was also very much staged. Nainsukh painted it for him. And what right now I'm talking about Nainsukh, and you might feel, okay, who is this guy, we don't know him, and maybe it's just a very little chunk of Nainsukh's lives, but this film was so engrossing or in capturing your attention that I forgot to breathe 3-4 times. I was so engrossed in the scenes that I was like, okay, that was good. So that is the kind of effect that this film gave. And one more interesting feature that I have, that what stayed with me, is that through this movie, in this movie, you never get to, you never are given the permission to go away from either Nainsukh's life or his paintings. They are so well intertwined that you would not feel a disconnect with either of them. You would feel as if you are there witnessing all of the events happening and Nainsukh painting it. And there is, as I said, there is very little dialogues, and whatever the paintings that were shown to us on the screen have been narrated, what the scene was and everything behind the scene, or the subtle message that it holds. That is all B.N. Goswami's statements about those paintings. That is it. That's like the most dialogues that you have come across. So yeah, that was amazing. Like you never ever feel that, okay, right now I'm just talking about the painting, or right now I'm just talking about Nainsukh. It is very well gelled. After the movie, we were accompanied by Akash Gaur, and there was some question and answer session. Akash Gaur was with Amit Datta throughout this film, in making the film. So he was really helpful in making us understand the subtleties, and of not just Nainsukh, of the beautiful stories that are still there left to explore. And these kind of people, this kind of cinema explores them, not the very massy, classy kind of a movie, but, and yeah, he said that this is a very linear kind of a movie, very generic, but since this was my first time, I did not feel so. I felt it a little intense for me, but it was a good intense, and it was not at all linear. It was very layered for me. If you do want to check out Nainsukh painting, I am attaching a few over here, but you can always Google it. Nainsukh has done some really incredible paintings that we have seen on our feeds and stuff, but we don't know that Nainsukh was the painter behind them. So, for example, there is this Ganpati painting that he has done, and it's always on Pinterest as soon as you search Ganpati, and we don't know that that's Nainsukh, but that is Nainsukh. And he has painted Krishna, he has painted his own Kuldevi or Mataji, he has painted Raja Balwant Singh bowing down to Radha Krishna, and him talking to Radha Krishna and all of those. So he was very, very imaginative, creative, and knew how to put it all on paper, and in the form of his paintings. And after this movie, his paintings actually did go up in prices, in value. So yeah, congrats. Through this movie, you actually get to see what kind of relationship Nainsukh had with both Mia Zorawar Singh and Raja Balwant Singh. Because in the case of Raja Balwant Singh, they had a good friendship, because when they were roaming across the country, and Nainsukh would continuously check upon Raja Balwant Singh because he was a bit ill. Then there is this scene where Raja Balwant Singh is, kind of attacked, not with weapons, but by his colleagues, by his darbaris. They were accusing him of something, and we get to see that fight. And then we see the painting where Raja Balwant Singh is sitting alone, and we feel that he has been, alienized or ignored, or he is in his own solitude, which is sad. Then when he is in the journey, and he's writing something, and he's all alone, and you can see the majestic scenery behind him, around him, and you still feel that Raja Balwant Singh is really sad and alone, and Nainsukh felt helpless kind of. And so you can see that emotion being portrayed through his painting. So that was amazing for me, and thanks to Amit Dutta, we can actually see the behind the scenes and all of those things that is happening, so we get the context of those. So yeah, nothing felt forced, nothing felt out of place. It was a beautiful mixture and gel of everything.